It's been a while since I had my pigtails out, huh? I'm gonna make myself a little bigger. Hello everyone! How are we doing? Ugh. As always, I'm very drowsy. And as always, I have a fucking zit in the center of my Cupid's bow. I'm pretty confident it's like a hair follicle that's all messed up. I don't know. I've had this zit for like 3 years. It drives me nuts. But anyway, I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Feeling recharged and excited for the new week. I can see in the parking lot of my apartment, or like near my apartment, there's like a cop. So I'm like, oh boy, what's going on? I'm like, oh. But I'm sure it's nothing. Yeah, holy fuck. Please take a break. It doesn't show up on, the stream thing, but we got a 85 stream streak, you know, reached. I'm like, holy Christ. That's nuts, bro. But thank you. Today we've got a Q&A, baby. I didn't realize that after Offkai, every person on Earth is streaming at the exact same time now. So, apologies for not picking a better time, I guess. We're gonna wait a little bit to get into the questions, but I'm like, whoa, everyone's on right now. That is crazy. Streaming's all the rage. You know, I've heard that streaming's quite popular these days. Interesting stuff. I think that people should go outside more and have a life and something to do. Streaming's for losers. But yeah, today is the last stream of the week, and then tomorrow starts a new week. I will say, as far as like the upcoming schedule goes, it's not gonna come out until tomorrow, because I don't know how often I need to leave the house because of job interviews and whatnot. It's been a real... I'm once again... This is the third time that I have 3 ongoing things at the same time. I'm like, please God. I'm so fucking tired. I'm exhausted. I had a mean headache yesterday. I'm just like, please. Leave me alone. Just either give me the job or don't, bro. But hopefully we'll get some positive news someday. But yeah, even still, generally the plan is just hard focusing Fire Emblem, I think. Well, yeah. Maybe not hard focusing, but I think I've got 2 more streams I have to do for it. So I don't know. I guess it depends on how many streams we're gonna do this week. I know that fuck, what's that game called? It's like a collab game. It's or I guess co-op game. It's like made by the Untitled Goose Game people, I think. It's like the walking game or whatever with the big round chuds. I guess that's coming out. So, you know, maybe I'll try to see if I can get some people for that. I'm gonna make like a strong effort. I've decided I'm gonna make an effort to like be more social and try to like put myself out there more, because I have so many mutuals. Excuse me. I have so many mutuals that I've never talked to before. And it's like, maybe I should talk to them, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I should, like, you know, reach out my hand and see if they'll grasp it, you know? Even if it's covered in mud. So, you know, gotta see how that goes. But what's that game called? Untitled Goose Game Studio. House. Big Walk. Yeah, that's that game. It's called Big Walk. Alright, well, here you go. Alright. Hang on one second, what is this? Okay. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's fine. Yeah, I'll see if I can find any people that would want to play it. I don't know if it's good, because it's not out yet, obviously, but I'm like, I wonder how that's, gonna be. Dark Beast Boy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, all that being said, we do have for today a Q&A stream. I haven't done a Q&A since April of last year. So it's been a while, and I have no idea how that stream went because I wasn't having VODs at the time. So I don't remember what was asked. I don't know how I answered or anything like that. So it'll be cool to go through the questions. We got a decent amount. We got, it looks like 16 questions, which is pretty good. There may be more coming in. I do have pinned on the Twitch chat and on the YouTube chat the link to the form if anybody has any questions as the stream continues. But yeah, I'm thinking of just putting like hi Brooksy, welcome. I'm thinking of just putting like a little like text thing on screen to just be like, hey, this is the current question we're talking about. Because I feel like if people come in and I don't have it on screen, people are gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? So let me create a text thing. That is, whoa, that is so different. Okay, text please. Add new text. Current question. Boob. And then, outline. Outline color black, probably. That's not gonna, oh, outline size. Okay, that's... I might give it like a background instead. I don't really like how that looks. No outline. Instead, background color. Actually, both. Yes. Look at me, I'm the world's smartest guy. Now it's easier to read. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it, you know? But yeah, that's how we're gonna do this, I think. I'm actually gonna put it behind me. That looks good. Oh, it's beautiful. It's stunning. Everybody loves it. So let me just have it say, like, actually, like, NA. So everybody knows we haven't actually started yet. We haven't started with the Q&A yet. Oh. Also, just as a heads up, now that it is August, I just want to let everybody know that I am moving out this month. So we're gonna have a couple more weeks of, like, you know, current stream shenanigans, whatever, and then I'll take like a week off. Congrats, not congrats. I'm moving back home with my parents because I have no fucking money. But yeah, I'm gonna take like a week-ish off, just to make sure that everything is like all settled and stuff. Because obviously, like, my PC won't be set up. Hopefully they understand. Well, I would sure hope so. They already know I'm moving in there. But yeah, so, you know, I'll take some time, but, there will be no cons like, no negatives as far as stream goes with moving back home. It's just my personal life that will suffer. But, yeah, we'll be able to stream later and do more stuff and be more noisy and whatnot. So that will be good. But yeah, just as a, like, heads up, you know, we're in August now. I'm probably... I mean, my lease is up the 31st. Let me see how many weeks we probably have. So, this week... So roughly, like, 3.5-ish weeks, probably, of shit. So, I'm gonna try to, it's hard to say. I'm definitely gonna want to finish up Fire Emblem before that. Pikmin will be done before that. Kingdom Hearts 2 might be started, I'm not sure. We'll see, but definitely the stuff that we're doing right now will be finished by the time I have to move, so. Because I hate, like, taking a break from a game unless it's, like, there's a natural break point and it's easy for me to pick back up. Because, like, I would say right now, for Fire Emblem and Pikmin, it's like, I don't want to, like, take a long-ass break and then get back to it. It's gonna be kind of annoying, so. Yeah. I guess that means more streams. Most likely, honestly, what's more important is, like, there's gonna be more covers. Because with my current situation, I can't be too noisy. Because everybody can hear me. So, there's been, like... It's been very annoying to me. And I know, like, I shouldn't be annoyed about it, because it makes me a fucking Grinch, a grumpy little asshole, but, like, there's been so many families moving in here. And it's not like this place is, like, isn't family friendly, but the apartment complex that I'm in right now, they only have, like, up to 2-bedroom apartments. You know, and very limited parking spots. Otherwise, you have to do what I do, which is park in a parking lot, like a parking garage, like 2 blocks away. So now there's like a common space in my building that is supposed to be like anybody can use it, but these families are starting to use that space as if it's their living room. So they just have their kids, like, put their shoes on the couches and just lay there with their iPads. And it pisses me off to look at. Because I'm like, don't let your kids put their fucking muddy shoes on the couch. Put the shoes on the fucking floor. Like, why are you putting the shoes on the couch? Whatever. Like, I'm saying, like, they're taking their shoes off and then setting them on the couch. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? So, whatever. But yeah, point being, with all these kids, it's like, okay, I feel like I can't swear really loud. I feel like I can't... Why do people even have their shoes on in their own home? Well, like, I know that my parents tend to have their shoes on all the time because they've got big dogs. And the dogs track in dirt and shit. But, like, my mom will, like, be on her bed with her shoes on. I'm like, oh my god, you're disgusting. It's a bit uncomfortable. I'm like... I'm like, when I go outside, I have outside clothes, and then I take them off, and then I wear my PJs just in the house, because those are my inside clothes, you know what I mean? Like, I've got, I don't keep my outside clothes on unless I'm gonna go outside again. You know, if I'm done going outside for the day, I take that shit off. So, it's whatever, you know, people have their own ways of living, but I'm like, hey, this is a public, common space where any resident can go. Why the fuck are you just using it as another living room? Because the rent here is not cheap. Like, my rent is very expensive. It's considered a luxury apartment, which I was able to afford when I had a job. But, like, the people that have their fucking horde of 4 children here, it's like, you can afford a house. Like, I know they can, so I'm like, why are you subjecting yourself to this? Because you're paying for the location here more than, like, the apartment. Because it's a downtown area. I feel like I'm giving a lot of hints for, like, doxing myself, but I'm leaving, so it's like, I don't care. I'm not gonna live here anymore. So, yeah, I'm just like... I don't know. I don't know. I'm like... I feel an extra sense of pressure because it's like, oh my god, you know, what if kids have, like, you know, school or something and I'm being loud and keeping them up, you know? It's like I feel a sense of responsibility over that, and it's like, I'd rather not, actually. I am paying to live here like everybody else. I want to be able to live freely, and I can't. So, I just don't do as many covers because it's like, I feel like I have a very limited amount of time where I can actually sit and record. I only, like, I've had peers tell me I'm not wanting success bad enough because I don't do enough karaoke streams, and I'm like, dog, I quite literally cannot do them here. Anywhere else, I probably can. But I have been stomped out by my upstairs neighbors before at 4 p.m. on a Thursday for singing. It's like, if I'm pissing people off during daylight hours, I'm way too nervous. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, I want to sing and do karaoke streams. I also don't want to get evicted. So, you know? So when I do move, we're gonna probably do more karaoke streams. I'm hoping to do maybe 2 covers a month and just, like, post more to YouTube, because, like, I'll be able, if I want to record at 1 in the morning, I can do so and I can be as loud as I want. Like, I was talking to a friend about this because we were talking about, like, oh, like, what are trendy or fun songs to cover? And she was like, you should do some auto songs. And I was like, I'd love to. I can't. Because, like, okay, I think I told you guys this before. There was a cover that I actually, it's fully recorded. Like, not the harmonies, but, like, the mains are fully done. It's ready to be, like, tuned. And it's for Ayaya. And, I was ready to lock and load and go, and I decided not to move forward with it because the actual delivery of the vocals wasn't strong enough. I agree with you. Yeah, it is fucking crazy. Haris, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's like, because of my environment, I can't be, like, powerful with vocals. So I have to, like, kind of, like, neuter myself. And I'm like, auto songs, you need to put your whole fucking pussy into. You need to spread cheeks because it is a forceful, powerful event, right? Like, her vocal style is the equivalent of a fucking earthquake. And if you're not ready to move mountains with your vocals, then you shouldn't bother. Because, like, if you're not, like, putting a bunch of emotion into it, it's just not gonna hit. And I'm like, I physically cannot bring myself to do it in this environment. I am too scared. But back at my parents' house, I can record very strongly. I can put my whole energy into it. So I'm like, oh, yeah, there's songs that I'd like to cover that I finally can. So that's really nice. I will say I'm probably not gonna cover Ayaya at this point because I think that a lot of people have done it already, and I don't know if I don't really know if my take on it is gonna be that impactful or unique. I'm good, how are you? So yeah, probably not gonna do that one, but I mean, future stuff I certainly can. So big W, very exciting things there. So yeah, it'll be nice to have some freedom to do more music stuff. So yeah, oh my god, I keep, like, scratching my arm because I feel like some bumps on there. Not anything scary, it just, like, feels like a pileup of, like, dead skin. Hi Sari, welcome. But I'm just like, I want to get, like, the dead skin out, bro. That's fine. I'll try to exfoliate later. Okay. But, we're 30 minutes into stream now. I think it's probably time to get started, huh? So let me start with the first question. I'm gonna like make sure that I mark this stuff off. So when I do a question, I'm gonna like on the spreadsheet just cross it off. So and I'm gonna go in order of like first come first serve. But yeah, just a reminder that the form is pinned both on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you have a question for the Q&A, feel free to ask it there. Or if it's like you've got a question that's related to what we're talking about right now, or like the current topic or current question, you can ask a question there too, like in chat. But just as a reminder, I'm not obligated to answer any question, especially if it makes me uncomfortable. So if there's any questions that are weird, I simply will not acknowledge it. But yeah, currently we have 16 questions. So that is pretty good in my humble onion. So let's get started. Okay. So it is, where's the text? CJ, thank you so much. Losing your job almost seems like a blessing in disguise. This place sounds like it sucks Wario's ass. Yeah, but I want money and I'm 27 and I have lived on my own for a while. So the idea of like going back home does suck ass. It's like I would have liked to have had a job and then just moved to a different building. Hopefully I'll be able to before the end of the year. I'm really, really hopeful because it's been almost a year of unemployment and that sucks. Because streaming makes me no money. Like, I didn't get paid by Twitch last month because we didn't meet the payment threshold. So I'm like, I have no money. Okay. So. Okay. So here's the first question. How did you meet Midna? So, basically, it's like touched on briefly in like my original debut highlights, where like Sun edited like a really cute thing with Midna's backstory, but like the detailed thing is I had been wanting a cat for years, but I'm very sensitive. So like looking like I can't go on adoption websites and like look because my heart, I'm like, I feel like an overwhelming sense of guilt being like, oh my god, I can't adopt all of these cats, or I can't adopt all of these animals. And I'm like, oh my god, like, how long have they been there? What if they never get adopted? Like, I stress myself out with it. So I just, I have a really, really hard time seeing that stuff. Like, even if I see like a screenshot of like, you know, a cat on like Pet Finder with like a funny name on Twitter, and it doesn't even say the location, like, it would be impossible for me to adopt that cat anyway. I would feel an overwhelming sense of, like, I have to scroll immediately. Like, even talking about it is getting me all, like, anxious and worked up. I wasn't really looking. My mom was for me. She found Mewy on the local shelter's website, and this was during COVID, so we did like a Zoom interview with the foster, and I got to see her on camera. And I said, you know, I'll take her. You know, and my mom was like, are you sure? Like, I don't know if this is the right fit, because Midna was so, like, high energy and playful, and, you know, but I was like, nah, that's mine. And then I went and got her, and that's how we met her. So yeah. How many cats do you want? A lot, but not all at the same time. I'd love to have another cat, like, and have 2 right now, but with all of the uncertainty regarding, like, when I'm gonna live on my own again and stuff like that, it's just kind of like, I don't want to, you know, my parents already have 2 really big dogs, and it just is, it's too stressful having Midna there with the girls. So the idea of having another, like, a kitten with that also, it's too much. You know what I mean? So that's something for down the line, but yeah, I definitely want to have multiple. I've thought of names for other cats, like you know, like other, like, Zelda related names, or like just Nintendo names. Like, I think an orange boy cat named Groose would be so funny. Thank you for the 20 bits, I appreciate it. But yeah. Okay. Let me see. I need to have some more mati. This is a long one, so I gotta format this shit. Oh, weird. Maybe I would assume if you had me, like, on a different window, then I don't know, but I can't tell you what you missed, because I don't know how long you were there. Thank you for the 50 bits again, I appreciate it. Thank you for the 25 bits again. I don't want to voice act professionally or anything. I really did when I was, like, a kid. It's just like I can't say, like, you know, a specific character type or genre. Let me see. Okay. The internet makes those kinds of connections possible. Because if we met, or not even, if we were teenagers, you know, 30 years ago, we would never have met. You know? Like, it just is crazy to think, like, what do you hope to achieve with your covers? So what's motivated me to what has motivated me to keep doing covers is just that I love to sing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something that I've done forever. Like, just, you know, I mean, as a kid, I was, like, in vocal lessons, and I was doing musical theater and different stuff like that. And in school, I was in choir and different stuff like that. But I've always just sung for fun. And I haven't done that as much the past 2 years because of my apartment. I feel like if I sing for fun, I have to do it really quietly. And I think that it's hurt my vocals. I don't think that I'm as strong of a belter as I used to be, for example. I don't think that, you know, I think I need to retrain my, my power. You know, I need to, like, get that back. But, you know, it's just like, when I'm sad, I sing, and, you know, when I'm happy, I sing, and, you know, even around the house, like, you know, I do little jokey songs about Midna being fat and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's something that I do every day. And, you know, I just am like, you know, growing up, I would see utaites and stuff, and I'm just like, they're so cool, you know? Like, I tried to be a utaite 3 times, when I was a student. And, I say I failed all 3 times because I gave up all 3 times for different reasons. Like, the first time was because I was a middle schooler and I got a mean comment and it hurt my feelings, and so I just deleted it. I do have access to all of those old covers, luckily, because I have an old SoundCloud account. The second time I was like 14 or 15, and I deleted it because I was too embarrassed. I was like, oh, my shit sucks, I'm gonna just restart. And then the last time I quit was because I had some mean-spirited friends at the time that just were not very positive about my performance, or, you know, my they were like, you're not doing enough, you need to do blah 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 blah, and I'm like, dog, I'm just doing this for fun. You know, so I'm motivated in a way where it's like, you know, the people that I look up to did not give up. And when I put something out there, like, honestly, the most motivating thing is, like, you know, I'm inspired by people like, how will you ever become a huge streamer without streaming 25 hours a day, like that? I mean, this was back in like 2016-ish, so it wasn't the same type of vibe, because like VTubing was not what it is now. Like, this was strictly just about like posting covers for fun. Like, these friends cared about popularity, and they were like, we literally will not do a group cover with you unless you have X amount of views. Like, we think you're talented and we're asking you for advice to improve our vocals, but you don't have anything to offer us. So like, you need to be posting minimum once a month and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I'm in my senior year of high school. They all graduated. I don't know. I mean, high school, yeah. You know, it was just like peak like influencer times, you know, where it was just like, we need to be popular, we need to be cool, you know, it's how kids are, you know. So it was like that. But you know, what was motivating to me is that, you know, I look at people like Reichi, or even like quote unquote, like, you know, people that aren't really like I don't know if they're VTubers today, but like, I think about like Mikutan and like Christina V back in the day. Like, you know, I think about how impactful their work was to me, and how I was like, I'm seeking out these covers because I enjoy them, you know, or like I like the lyrics that they're writing and stuff like that. And then, you know, just recently when I was with VTuber Research Club at Offkai, you know, someone came up to me and was like, hey, like, I'll be honest, I really don't watch your streams, but you put on that concert last year and I really, really enjoyed it. And I really, really like your covers. You know, I try to listen to them whenever I can, you know? And I'm like, because to me, it's like, covers in particular take so much work. They take so much effort, whereas, you know, it's not like streaming isn't hard. Streaming is difficult because you need good, you know, crowd control skills, improv skills, stamina, you know, different stuff like that. You need a sense of charisma. But it doesn't require as much effort as something like music. So, you know, for someone to tell me, like, I really love that you do this and I want to see you make more and I support you, you know, it just is like, it tells me like, okay, so I'm not dog ass. It's like, oh, I'm not horrible, I should keep going. Kind of like apples to oranges argument, each have their own yeah. So, you know, it's like, I definitely stay motivated when I get positive reinforcement, you know? Cause like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, behind the scenes, like, there have been some people that have not been super positive to me, like, peer-wise. But it's all a matter of opinion, right? It's like, if you don't like me, then I'm not gonna be able to impress you, you know? But if you've never heard of me, that's where I need to try and impress you. And it's like, you know, that person, sure, they don't watch my streams, but like, they saw me and they saw my concert and they liked it. And they are like, I want to hear more of your covers. And it's like, those are the, you know, the opinions that really matter to me, because, how do I put this? It's like other VTubers, like, as a VTuber, you're focused on your own shit. And it's not like in a negative way, like, oh, like, I don't want to support my friends or anything like that. It's just like, literally, as a VTuber, you have so much, hi Miwi, Midna's up here now. You have so much shit that you have to worry about. You've got to make your own plans and check on your own projects and stuff. Like, I'll be real, I don't watch a lot of streams, you know? And it's not because I don't want to, it's just because I'm sitting here like, oh my god, like, I need to think about what I'm doing, you know? Whereas the VTuber Miwi, scream! The VTuber enjoyers, take care! Thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you for the bits. Hey, Miwi. The VTuber enjoyers are the ones that actually look at your content and look at what you're doing. And they're the ones that care the most, you know? So I want to work hard to impress you, the viewer. Oh my god, Miwi. She just heard a little girl scream in the hallway. But yeah, so, you know, I'm like, that's what keeps me motivated. And what do I hope to achieve with my covers? I mean, I want to be, my big dream, and, you know, I've talked about this a lot. My big dream is to perform. You know, I want to stay realistic. You know, it's like, I can't pretend that I'm going to be, you know, a huge draw, like, right now. I'm not going to be off Kai main stage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be that crazy big star right now. But I'd like to still perform on stage. I don't care, you know, if it's a big event or a little one or whatever. I want to just have the opportunity to perform. Miwi. Okay. I want to be able to perform, and I'd love to do motion capture stuff as well. Like, I really, you know, I'm out of shape right now. But I want to get back in shape, and I want to dance, because I used to be a dancer as well. And I really enjoyed learning choreography. Like, even to this day, I have oh my god, okay. I have the choreo to Luka Luka Night Fever just like burned into my memory. So, you know, it's like, I'd love to dance. Really quick, I'm gonna get her a treat because this is driving me insane. Sorry about that, guys. Like, she's the worst. She's starting now to step on my mouse. And so I'm terrified that she's gonna hit stop streaming. You know what I mean? Like, she's moving my mouse and then clicking on it. I'm like, please. Anyways, what I was saying is just, yeah, I want to perform on stage. That is my big, excuse me, my ultimate goal. And also, I really want to release original songs. But there's another question about original songs that we'll get to later. But, you know, when I release covers, it helps me create a portfolio, I guess, of my vocals and what I can do. So eventually, if I do get the opportunity to release an original song, it'll show producers what I'm capable of, you know? So, yeah, really long, really long answer to that, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Big question. Next one. This has several, you know, a couple questions tied into the same submission, so I'm gonna just do them one at a time. So let me see. She might come back, by the way. But yeah, another benefit to moving back home is that she will be locked the fuck out of the stream room. I will be able to have my desk in a different room. Oh my god, she's coming back. Mewy! No! Here. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. No! She knows how to open a door, but there's locks in the house. Hang on, I'm gonna try to encourage her to leave. Okay. Here's the thing, I can't give her too many treats because she threw up this morning, so I'm like, girl, it's never enough. She does not care. She doesn't care what she has to do to get a treat. It's so intense. Okay. If you could speak to your younger self that is just starting to stream, what advice would you give? My big advice is take less breaks. Because a lot of you guys weren't here for this. I started streaming in, like, at least as Reisa. I was not a VTuber before, but I started streaming as a VTuber in April 2021. And, oh my god, Mewy. I'm gonna try to see if I can entice her to leave. It's not gonna work. Okay. She was so good at first. I'm really sorry, guys. Anyway. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna, like, try to hide the keyboard for now and turn off my mouse. So, yeah, what I would say is, like, when I started, I was streaming really regularly, but then I had, like, the model I was using at the time, it kind of was meant to look like a ragdoll model. It's not like I was a ragdoll VTuber, it just was like, it was a chibi model, and it was really cheap, and it helped me get my start, because this was before the days of customizable models and stuff, and my original VTuber model was like $200, like, maybe $300, for art and rig. Like, it was really, bare bones, and the thing is, a lot of people were calling me, a Funko Pop, which was annoying me, because I was like, I would get comments from people, like on YouTube videos and in Twitch chat. Hi. Hi, Mewy. Can you guys hear her? I'm like, why don't you lay in the sun? It is so sunny outside. Scram! Hi! A lot of people would comment and stuff like, oh, like, I didn't expect you to be a decent singer because your model looks like that. And, that really pissed me off. So, I was like, I don't want to have my proper debut and have people say shit like that to me. I don't want them to be like, where's the Funko Pop, you know? And, mid. Scram. She's trying to be violent. You need, okay, alright. If you're not good, I'm gonna shut you in the other room. I, like, can't deal. Hi. Well, thank you for the kiss, baby. I didn't want people... I'm getting so distracted. I'm trying to answer this question in a concise, decent way, and she's just being horrible. Yeah, I didn't want... Oh my god, here she comes. Okay, that's enough. We're going to the other room. Yep, we are. I'm gonna shut you in there. Yep. Yep, come on, baby. Give me 1 second, guys. You know what, actually? Pre-rolls are about to be on, so I'm gonna run a brief ad, and then we're gonna come back, okay? Just sit tight. I'll be right back. Oh my god, come on. Oh my god. Ugh. We've got 2 minutes. I actually will go to the bathroom really quick. Alright, we're almost out of ad jail. So close. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Sorry about that. She's probably gonna want to come back in, but I've locked the door. I'm just like, listen, I can't. So I'm gonna restart this question here, because she was just being too much of an ass. So basically, if I could speak to my younger self that is just starting to stream, what advice would I give? I would say don't take unnecessary hiatuses, because when I first started, I had the ragdoll model, and it was like chibi and, you know, cheap and whatever, but a lot of people would comment being like, oh, you look like a Funko Pop, and I'd get some kind of like backhanded compliments, being like, you know, I didn't expect you to be a good singer because your model looks like that. And it hurt my feelings. So I was like, you know, I didn't want to have my debut and then have people make comments like that, being like, where's the Funko Pop, blah blah blah. So between like November to July, I took a big ass hiatus, and that was not the move. Because 2021 was prime VTubing time, and I squandered my opportunity there. It was not a smart move. So, you know, a lot of VTubers are scared of taking breaks, because they're like, oh my god, my audience is gonna forget about me. That wasn't my issue. It was more so I squandered my chances to like really grow because of a couple of people. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much, I don't know. I think that I should have like manned up a little bit and been like, okay, like I'm gonna just keep going with this model because, you know, taking a big break, it's like, I wasn't a big VTuber, you know? So it's like when you debuted, or when I debuted rather, it's like, nobody knows who the fuck I am. Why do they care? You know what I mean? Whereas if I had continued to stream during that time, then I could have maybe grown my audience and then I would have had more people care when I debuted. You know what I mean? Taking a big, long, unnecessary break like that, I think really hurt me. So that is advice I would give. Like, don't, like, that's not a good reason to take a break. If it's like a health thing, if you've got a lot going on in your personal and professional life, that's a different issue. But just because you don't want people to make jokes, it's like, okay, it's my responsibility to just be like, hey, please don't make jokes like that, and then just continue. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't I just do that? Okay. Okay, next question. Which of your covers or songs are you most proud of and why? I'd say Chimera, probably. Because Chimera was very hard. It is not an easy song. So, I mean, I would say it's a tie between Chimera and Desperate because Chimera is, thank you. The thing with Chimera in particular is that it is a very layered song. Like, the harmonies and everything, there's a lot of shit going on with that. And, you know, the acapella was provided, and so I'm very grateful for that, but like, there was no harmony, you know, there was no MIDI or anything, and so I was like, damn, I'm gonna be putting this harmony guide together and it's gonna be a lot. You know, putting that together and recording and trying to have my vision go well and everything, because I did not perform it like how Kiara did. I'm not trying to emulate her style or anything, but I think that like my delivery gave it a very different flavor, and so it felt like a risky cover because it was also my first ever and so far only VTuber song cover I've ever done. I really need to do more. I'd love to do some like some more Hololive songs, some Niji Sanji songs, maybe some indie songs, depending, you know. But I'd really like to do more, right? But it was a lot of work, and so for Kiara to acknowledge the cover and give her blessing was very cool. It was a very special feeling because that's my Kamiyoshi. You know, to me she's VTuber Madonna, so I'm like, oh my god. You know, like, she's my VTuber pop princess, so it was a very big deal to me personally. But I mean, I'm also really, really proud of Desperate. I'm really proud of Rookie. Desperate is kind of like how Chimera was, where the harmony guides were really difficult, but I had to write lyrics for it also, which was hard. And then writing lyrics for Rookie was really a challenge. But I felt really proud of my lyrics. I'm generally pretty proud of any cover that I've done where I wrote lyrics for it. Just because I love to write, and I like my lyric writing style. I really, I prioritize phonetic sounds and vowels and stuff. I try not to have my lyrics be too chewy, if that makes sense. So I'd say stuff like that, yeah. Or honestly, any cover where I get a comment being like, can this be put this on Spotify? Because then I have to say like, oh, I can't, you know, but it's like, oh, people want to listen to this on Spoofy, you know. Hello, welcome. Let me see, okay. Which was the most satisfying to complete? I'm just gonna add this on here. Which was the most satisfying to complete? Probably the 3 re-debut covers, because they were very high effort productions. Because there were, you know, Rookie was supposed to be a debut cover, but things got delayed for various reasons. So I kind of lumped that in because I was working on all 3 of those at the same time. I can't tell if she's here. I'll probably unlock the door in a bit and see if she tries to get in. But, yeah, I would say all 3 of those are really satisfying to complete. Let me unlock the door and then see if that does anything. Oh yeah, she was sitting there. Maybe she's learned her lesson. I don't know. We're just gonna go ahead and move on to the next question. And we'll see how she acts. But so far, so decent. Okay, a nice short question that fits really well. Do you have interest in making original music? Yes, I do. However, I'm, for better or for worse, very picky. So, because, so there's 2 problems. Number 1, I've got no fucking money. And I don't know if you guys know this, but original songs are very expensive. Because you're paying for the production, you have to pay for mixing, you have to pay for the artwork and all this different shit, you have to figure out distribution. There's a lot of elements to it. And I've got no money. And even in the past, I've technically, like in the past while I was working, I did have the funds for an original song, but to me, I was like, I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a high production original song and have nobody listen to it, because that would feel really embarrassing for me. And you might say to yourself, well, Reisa, you know, there are producers that aren't that expensive. And I acknowledge and respect that. You know, money does not equate quality, right? Oh my God, here she comes. Cost does not equal quality. However, I'm very picky about genre and production quality, like in terms of, you know, the quality of the instruments being used, because a lot of MIDI instruments like can sound like shit. I would know. I've used them. So I don't, okay. I don't want to have any low quality sounding production. And then also, I'm gonna get her. You have not learned your lesson. I'm very picky about production, like not production. I already said that. Picky about genre. Excuse me. Because, maybe it's just the ones that I've heard. And again, when I say this, this is not, I want to be so clear, this is not a slight against anybody. I'm not, you know, this is not me slamming anybody or anything like that, but it's just a lot of the VTube, like for indies in particular. A lot of the originals that I've heard have this very, like, ballad sound to them. Like they have a very anime, like, ending sound. You know, like the when you see the ending credits to an anime episode, you know how a lot of those songs kind of have like a slower vibe or whatever. A lot of indie VTuber songs sound like that to me. Excuse me. And it's just not my style. I've never been into ballads. Like, my favorite album ever made is A Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco, and that album's got 0 ballads. That is a dance album through and through. Every single fucking track you can bust a damn move to, so, you know, it's just like, it's just not my style, and so when I see a lot of work, it's just a lot of very, like, a lot of it feels kind of samey for me. And again, absolutely nothing wrong with that style of music. It's just not something that I personally have any interest in putting out. Especially like a super like anime-y sound, because another thing that I hear is like those VTuber songs that are like, you know, I'm a cute girl and I love cute girls, like, you know, we're gonna be the cutest girls in the world, like shit like that. And it's like, again, is there anything wrong with that? No, but it's not for me. I cannot picture myself singing songs like that. And I can't picture Midna being respectful. I haven't even done anything! Scram! Scram! I'm gonna shut the door again. She's in a position right now where if I try to get her, she's gonna bite me really hard and draw blood. Trying to do anything. It's like, this is why I never sit at my desk anymore. I can't live my life or function. It really sucks. Okay. Anyways, let's just do the next question, I guess. Try our best, and then if she bites me and I bleed, I guess I'll call the ER myself. Okay. What is your go-to fast food order? See, this person asked a bad question because this really depends on where I'm going. You might be, you know, some places I get a burger, some places I get chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, some places I get soup, some places I get butterfly, like popcorn shrimp type shit. Some places I get cheese curds. It fucking depends. There's too many variables. Where are we going? How much have I eaten today? Why are we where we're at? You know what I mean? Like, what occasion is this? It sincerely, there's a lot of variables, but I tend to get those items that I just listed off. You know? Okay. Next question. I had to Google what this was because I didn't know. Midna. I'm assuming that this is the same person that did the fast food order question. What are you filling your cup with at the Funny Coke Freestyle or Pepsi Spire machine? I only drink regular Sprite. Like, I'm not interested in other sodas, so I'm very sorry to say. Bad question for me. I don't have anything funny for you. I'm not doing an ominous combination or anything. I'm dead serious. I stick with regular schmegular Sprite, you know? Like, I wish I had something more interesting for you, but I just don't. Okay. I am finding that having my headphones out is helping. I can't hear anything right now, so... Minna. Okay, I say that and then she's doing this, okay. Okay. Don't. She was gonna try to bite me just there. Hi. Hello. What are you gonna do? Mewy? It stops being quirky after the first time. What, with Midna? Or the question? Hi. Oh my god. Go in your castle, dude. It is a bright, sunny day. You love laying in your castle when it's sunny out. Midnight, yeah, I'm like... I'm so serious. There's been a couple times during stream where this happens and people are like, oh my god, no, we like it when she does this. It's so cute. I'm like, really? Is that how you feel? Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Yep, you're being shut out there. She bit my arm. Ow, fuck. She bit me right in my shoulder. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yay. Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I swear to God, we're gonna be, yeah. Okay. So yeah, what's a show or trend or game that you really wish popped off way more? See, I'm a bad person to ask. Hang on, what is this? Okay, whatever. Sorry, my mom's texting me. I'm a bad person to ask because you're talking to a Nintendo fucker. I don't really watch TV. I don't know about trends. And I just mostly play Nintendo games, which means I'm the Disney adult of gamers. So, I don't know. I'll give you something opposite. I'll tell you a trend that I wish did not pop off as much as it has, because I actively don't like this. The weird over-sexualization of anime conventions. And I'm not talking about, like, hentai sections or anything like that. I'm talking about, like, the people that are doing the foot juice shit, or, like, just doing sexual things in public at anime conventions. I hate that shit. And, listen, I'm not a prude or anything. But it just is like, I don't know, I started going to anime conventions when I was really young. Like, I went to my first one in 2011. I was 12. And, you know, granted, I had my mom with me and stuff, but it's like, it feels like, you know, these are happening at conventions that are not generally marked 18+. Like, they're happening in public, you know? And it's like... I just feel like there aren't as many safe spaces anymore for, like, minors or teenagers or whatever to, like, get to meet other teenagers that share their interests. Hang on. Like, it's one thing to... Oh my god. I have a bunch of hair in my mouth. It's one thing to make jokes about, like, oh, the off-kai orgy or something. You know, that's one thing. But... Ow. Yeah, I need my water. This is too gross. But I'm just like... These things should really only happen at events that are 18+. You know what I mean? Because it's just like... I get it, you know, like, I think I saw a poll or something on Twitter that was like, should off-kai be 18+? And I'm thinking... No. Like, off-kai is the AX of VTuber shit. And it's like, just make a dedicated 18+ VTuber convention. Or do the 18+, like the porny shit in the fucking 18+ sections or parties. Don't just be outside in the grass, soaking your feet in shit and having dudes drink it and get boners in public. I don't want to see that shit. I don't think it's funny. And I think it's really weird. Like, I just, you know... I'm not saying that everything needs to be kid-friendly, because, like, don't get it twisted. I don't like children, really. You know, I'm not like, oh boy, I love seeing kids at cons, but it's just like, I know that I went as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, kids go. Teenagers, you know, high schoolers are going to conventions. That is gonna fucking happen. Why do you feel comfortable exposing minors to this weird shit? I just am like, if you want to do your freaky shit, that's fine. Do it in a hotel room. Or have it be like a panel or something. Just don't, I don't know. Like, I saw it for AX, and then I saw some shit was happening at Offkai or something. I'm like, you know, again, not through Offkai, but like just at Offkai. I'm like, this shit's gotta stop. we gotta go, like, talk to our parents again. I'm like, time and place. And you did it at my birthday dinner. Alright. This is a very interesting question, because this is a very niche question. Favorite, so I've gone on record to say that Fire Emblem Awakening is my favorite game. Favorite pairing, and is there any pairing you hate? My favorite pairing is Olivia and Henry. I've been on that shit forever. Produces a very good Inigo, and I like their supports. I think it's fun. I think scary goth dude with shy ballet dancer is a nice that's a nice little trope there. I enjoy that shit. And then if there's a pairing that I hate, most shit, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say Cordelia shit. I'm gonna say Lucina and Severa. Because I've seen over the years a lot of people enjoying Lucina and Severa. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's because people like, you know, it's like, oh, well, Cordelia liked Crom, so it's just like, I don't know if they have supports in the DLC or anything, but base game do not have any supports. I'm just like, yeah, I'm all for the Lucina lesbian agenda. Why not have her with Kjell? Now that's some good Yuri. I'm so tired. Severa just reads as, like, painfully straight. Like, she just, I feel like Severa is such a, like, pick me. I don't know. Like, this doesn't, you know, work for me. I'm very sorry to say. So I don't particularly subscribe to that pairing, but Olivia and Henry, that's some good flavor. Okay, next question. What do you think you'll look like in a few years? Hopefully this. I don't know. It's a tough question, because what do you think you'll look like in a few years? That's very dependent on my financial situation, right? Because the whole idea with this model was that, like, you know, oh, it's like a summer outfit and a winter outfit baked in one, because I've got the coat. Oh, that's not it. That's not it either. I've got the coat, you know, so it's like, you know, this is appropriate for winter time and this is appropriate for summer, you know what I mean? And I've got, you know, the alternate hairstyle and stuff. So the idea was like, you know, I commissioned a base for this model also. Midna could be seen as soft as a coat. Petting her feels like you're running your hand through powdered sugar. It's a crazy experience, but she is an asshole. But yeah, I mean, you know, the idea was like, oh, like maybe down the line I can get other outfits for this model. But honestly, that depends on two things. That depends on my financial situation, and that depends on my artist's availability. Because, you know, I don't know what their current status is, but Kags took a break for a while from being like a full-time artist. They were doing some like IRL work, so, you know, I don't know if they want to do outfits down the line. And I really want Kags to do it just because of the art style match. I feel like this is a pretty specific art style. Like, I don't see a ton of VTubers looking like this. But I will tell you, the other day I did come up with a rebrand concept that would allow me to keep a lot of stuff. But I don't have the finances for it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows? You know what? Maybe I'll look, maybe I'll have a totally different face and name. Who knows? I don't know. Next question. Okay. Okay. So, what would you say has been the highlight of these past 5 years as a VTuber? Would it be fucked up to say that I haven't had it yet? I feel like I haven't reached my fullest potential yet, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the best is yet to come. But I mean, I've got to say when Kiara noticed me, right? Like, I think for any VTuber getting noticed by your cameo, she is like, oh, you're done, you know? Like, having that happen was such a, sorry, I'm moving the mic. Having that happen was such a crazy situation. I'm just kind of like, you know, because to me, hang on, I'm going to go ahead and unlock the door and then we're going to talk more about this. I'm not going to let her in. If she wants to come in, she has to let herself in. Recognition to be a great feeling. So here's how it is for me. To me, that was a sign that I was doing something right. You know? Like, excuse me. She saw the cover within the first hour or two that it dropped. You know, it's not like she found it way later. She found it very soon. And, you know, she didn't comment on the YouTube video or anything, and she didn't retweet it, but I wouldn't ask her to do that, you know, or I wouldn't expect her to do that. I can't ask her anything. I don't have her information. But, you know, it's like, knowing that she publicly replied to the tweet advertising it, and she liked the tweet, and then a couple weeks later, you know, it hit 1,000 views, and I made a quote tweet, and I was like, you know, thank you guys for, you know, 1,000 views or whatever. It really means a lot to me. And then she liked that tweet also. To me, it just was like, you know, I think of it as an endorsement. I think of it as like, you know, the person in this sphere that you look up to the most thinks that you're doing a good job. Like, you sang her song and she liked what you did with it. So much that she liked it twice. You know, like, to me, I'm just like, she didn't have to interact with it at all. She especially didn't have to interact with it a second time, you know? So just, to me, it's like a big motivator. It tells me like, okay, I do a lot of things wrong as a VTuber. Like, for example, I'm really bad at advertising myself. I'm really bad at reaching out to people for, you know, to do collabs. I'm really bad at posting clips. But this person thinks I'm good at covers. And that means something to me. So I you know, it's cliche to say like, oh, being noticed by my favorite person, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'd have to say it's that. And then there is a similar question. Who are some of your biggest inspirations when it comes to both streaming and music? Definitely not Takanashi Kiara. Yuck. I mean, I didn't just sit there sucking her dick for 10 minutes, you know. But I mean, obviously her, I remember, you know, one of the first games that she played was Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I'm like, oh my goat. She knows ball. And then she popped off for the Tales of Symphonia remaster, and I'm like, oh, she knows ball. You know, I'm like, that's a ball knower right there. But, I mean, you gotta say Callie as well. So we say, obviously. But, I mean, that's all, like, music side, right? I would say for streaming, it's hard to say, because like I said, like, I don't really watch a lot of streams very much, because I'm focused on my own stuff, I guess, and I feel kind of like I'm not in a league of my own, but what I do for my streams, I just feel like, it's not like the quote-unquote popular meta. Like, I don't see a lot of people doing, like, majority Nintendo shit, quite like I do. You know, a lot of people do more, like, GFE stuff, or, they were playing more, like, Friend Slap, or maybe, you know, like, there's a lot of VTubers that do specifically, like, just horror and stuff like that, and it's like, you know, I can't really point to a lot of Nintendo people and be like, oh, yeah, that's a streaming inspo. I can tell you one of my biggest inspirations for ASMR, and not necessarily in terms of like the way that I do ASMR, but like the desire to improve my ASMR. Nene Amano. I understand. Listen, she does GFE ASMR. I get that. I fucking love her ASMR. She kills. The way that she does her kisses for ASMR, I'm like, she should do that for like 3 straight hours. I'll listen to it. Cause like, it's helped me go to sleep. Like I listen to ASMR like to calm down, or like to go to sleep or whatever. But I also listen to it sometimes when I get my headaches, and it helps. You know, so I'm like, she cooks, bro. She fucking, I don't know how she does that shit, but, well, I guess I do, because she has expensive setups. But she cooks, so definitely her for that. I mean, let me see, you know, who's live right now. I mean, I always admire Luna's ability to just, like, I don't know, I feel like her sense of humor, like, just the way that she laughs is funny. And you know what, honestly, I really admire Beasties, because I feel like all of the Beasties girls kind of have like a very cool vibe to them, if that makes sense. They just seem very like they've got, like, nobody has their shit together, but when I watch them, it feels like, okay, like, these are pro streamers, like, they know how to entertain and not be cringe. Like, they know just the right kind of joke to make it just the right time. Like, I think that they do a great job with that. And honestly, okay, this is like a different type of thing, but like the big Niji-Sanji events that happen, like, I know like Niji-Sanji's been doing that like Minecraft thing. I think I find it very cool that like they do such a big concept and everybody sticks to it. Like, that's invested in it, you know what I mean? Or like the GTA RP, I had enormous FOMO for that. You know, I think it's super cool to see these large-scale creative ideas come out and see so many people be invested and really like into the roleplay and stuff. So I mean, yeah, I would say I have inspirations from everywhere, you know. It's just like, it's hard to pinpoint like, oh, this person is inspirational for like this specific thing, if that makes sense. Okay, next question. I keep wanting to say next caller. Next caller. Would it be a stretch to associate your name with a cumulonimbus cloud? Loud but beautiful. I like your thinking. I don't think it's accurate. First off, Midna is yelling, so I'm gonna let her in. I would have to disagree here because I feel like, clouds are kind of like soft. I don't know, I look at a cloud and I think of like graceful energy. Cumulonimbus clouds. I mean, capable of producing lightning and other dangerous severe weather. It's like I see that, but I'm also just kind of like, whenever I see clouds, I think of like, you know, I think of like Care Bear shit. Like, it's so soft. Like, even if this is gonna produce a storm, I just think, I'm not, it's got like a godly, like, this is like a goddessy vibe, and I'm just a guy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've got that, that oomph to me, but, you know, I'm not gonna tell you that you're wrong. So if that's how you feel, then that's fine with me. Next question. How would you feel if a viewer had a crush on you? Bad. Because, listen, I understand in the VTuber sphere, flashback. I understand in the VTuber sphere that these things happen, right? Like, you know, everybody shits on people for like, oh, parasocial behavior, but it's like, so many people have like celebrity crushes. You know what I mean? I can't equate VTubers to celebrity crushes just because, obviously, VTubers are a much more accessible scale than, like, if you said that your celebrity crush was fucking Margot Robbie, it's like, oh, good luck, buddy. You know? But, you know, it's like, I'm sure that a lot of people have crushes on VTubers, but there's, the thing with me is that I think it makes more sense when VTubers do GFE or BFE. I don't. Like, and I mean, that's for better or for worse, you know. Some people might say, like, oh, like, you could make more money that way, but it's just not something that I feel super comfortable doing, at least not right now. And, so I'd be like, I'm a weird pick for that. But, you know, my stance is like, listen, man, thank you so much, not gonna happen. I don't, you know, it's partially like the idol shtick, but it's also like a privacy thing. Like, I don't ever want to comment on relationship status stuff with my own personal life, because if you say, oh, I am in a relationship, then it's like, that's gonna turn off a lot of people, and that could even, I don't know if that could like disqualify you from certain things, but I don't know. But then if you say, oh, I'm single, then, you know, it's gonna make people think like, oh, I've got a chance. You know what I mean? Like, there's no really good way to like navigate shit like that. I know that some VTubers are open with their status, like, you know, I've known people that have like been like, oh, I'm in a relationship, I'm dating this person, take a look. Or I've known people that have been single and been like, I'm gonna talk about my dates that I've been going on, you know, because I'm using fucking some dating app. The only answer is that you aren't available, I think. I mean, yeah, that's kind of, it's not even that, it's more so like, that's not a focus for me right now. That's got nothing to do with what I'm doing here. You know, because also to me, I just kind of am like, I also, not looking, it's more like, you know, other people are gonna have their opinions on this, but I think in any situation, whether it's a VTuber or just another streamer, it's like you're entering a weird dynamic dating a fan or a viewer. Because I think that immediately there's going to be a weird power dynamic, I guess. I feel like, especially if it's like, especially if if the viewer gives money or something, I just think it creates a really weird, disingenuous vibe, where neither party is necessarily like being safe or authentic, if that makes sense. Because let's say you're a viewer that gives a shit ton of money and then you're dating the streamer. It's like, is that streamer, you know, is that streamer just dating you because you're giving them a lot of money and they want the money, you know? Or is it like, if you're not doing that, it's like, is the streamer dating you because you're a huge fan and they know like they could cheat on you or do anything and it doesn't matter because you're a big fan and you're just gonna tolerate anything that they do? I just think it excuse me, it just creates like a weird setup, you know? Like, I'm sure that there are instances where it's totally fine, totally chill, everybody's mature, and you know, there's no power imbalance or anything like that. But like, I've just noticed even in platonic friendships, shit can be kind of weird sometimes. Because like, you know, if you really admire somebody, you might be more likely to excuse weird behavior. It's better off being a fantasy, and I think, yeah. Excuse me. That's kind of what I think. Seen that all too many times too when it comes to streamer mod stuff. Oh, absolutely. I've had to remove mods because they've had, like, I could tell, like, because the thing is, you can always tell. Well, not always, but like a lot of times you can tell. And I mean, after I got stalked at Offkai 2 years ago, I was like, all right, that's enough, you know? So, I would feel, you know, to answer this question more concisely, I would feel bad just because that's not my goal. I'm not trying to have anybody have a crush on me. And also just like, you're not gonna get anything out of me, pal. I'm sorry. You know, my availability is kind of irrelevant. It's really more so I'm uncomfortable with that kind of dynamic. Something about it just feels unsafe. Womp womp. Okay, what? Oh, here we go. Sorry. Next question. What got you into singing? Probably Disney movies? I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure my mother would have a better answer because it's just like, I can't remember a time that I wasn't singing and dancing. There's home videos of me as like a, you know, under the age of 2, just like standing in front of the TV and just kind of trying to dance, you know? I've always loved music. I remember, you know, my sister would have like MTV on in her bedroom, and like when the Toxic music video would come on, I mean, I would be going nuts. You know, like I've always loved music and grooving and having a good time. So my mom is a huge fan of the really old Disney movies. My favorite Disney princess is Aurora, but my favorite Disney movie is probably Tangled. But she sings along during all the moments, so that's cute. Yeah, I mean, we went to Disney a lot when I was a kid, so, you know, I had a lot of exposure to, like, live performance and stuff, so maybe that also contributed to it. I'm not totally sure, but it's difficult to say because I'm 27 and I've been singing since I was able to, so I unfortunately don't have those infant memories. I can't, you know, I don't remember my birth, and I don't remember what got me into music specifically. I wish I did. And then it looks like we have one final question. This has 2 answers. What was the first game you streamed? Yeah, we've got 2 answers for this, which is very weird. The first game I streamed in general, like before I was a VTuber, back in my cosplay days on this account, was Kingdom Hearts, the original. That was the very first game I ever streamed. But as Reisa, the first game I ever streamed was Project Diva Future Tone. That was the first Reisa Forte VTuber game. Because I had like not like a proper debut, but I had a, you know, a first VTuber stream that I was like trying to hype up. And, you know, with the virtual idol angle, I was like, oh, you know who else is a virtual idol? Hatsune Miku. I should play the Hatsune Miku game. And that's what I did. So, those are technically like the first games that I played, depending on the context that you're looking for. So, yeah. Alright, it looks like that's the Miku Kingdom Hearts VTuber. I mean, that's kind of the idea behind the design, right? Like, I was thinking, I mean, I pitched it as like, you know, what if Kingdom Hearts 2 had a pop star character in it? What would they look like? So that was kind of the idea with this design. But hence why at the bottom here I got all these fucking all these buckles and shit. Y'all know how it is, Kingdom Hearts, baby. But yeah, I think it's looking like that's the last question, unless anybody has any. Imagine an ancient Fortissimo coming across you playing Kingdom Hearts 1 when you were streaming it. There are some. Northern Fenris, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. There are some, what about it? There are some Fortissimos that have been here since, before I started VTubing, and I really tried to just gaslight, because in the beginning, I was like, oh, this account was gifted to me. But the thing is, like, it was so long between, when I started VTubing versus when I stopped cosplaying. Like, when I put a pause on the cosplay account, it was because I was going back to college, because I was about to start my final year of university. So I was like, you know, oh, I'm gonna go back to campus. I'm not doing this shit. So, I mean, I was doing cosplay streaming from, I think, May or June to August, and then I was done. So it wasn't a very long, tenure or anything like that. And then I didn't start streaming as Reisa until April of the following year. So, you know, that's a pretty meaty amount of time to just be dead on that account, you know, changing names and everything. So, sounds sad in a way. What's sad? But yeah, so I mean, I don't know, somebody cosplay as forever? Not with what I was doing. It didn't really pan out the way that I wanted to. It wasn't that fun. With my stream idea and stuff. I definitely prefer VTubing, in this case. May I ask your major? I'm not in college anymore, but, I'm gonna say no right now. You're too fresh. We don't know you, Fenris. But yeah, if there are no other questions for the Q&A, then I suppose that will be it. So I want to thank everybody for all of your questions, and I'm very sorry if I didn't give an answer that you were hoping for, or, you know, if I didn't answer your question properly, I apologize. I answered everything to the best of my ability. We did a lot more with the questions than I thought, because we ended this with 17 questions, it looks like. So I'm like, for 17 questions, getting roughly 2 hours out of this is pretty good. So yeah, thank you again, everybody, for sending in questions for me and hanging out. Let's see. Oh, I should turn this off. Good. Yep, for real. Let me talk a little bit about the plans for this week again, just in case anybody missed it. So, I'm roughly thinking that we're certainly gonna do Fire Emblem this week. I've got the what's it called? The paralogue done and everything. We've only got a couple more chapters, I think. Hang on, let me see where we're at. Cause let me see. So I'm at, yeah, the Golden Deer's Plea. Excuse me. Look who's coming back. That's okay. She can come back at this part. We're not doing questions anymore. I'll actually unpin. I am. Okay. Hi. So yeah, we're at the Golden Deer's Plea. So we've got a total of 4 chapters left. So 2 streams. So bare minimum for sure one. Bare minimum we're gonna do. Hi, Mili. At least 1 stream, otherwise we can beat the game this week and call it good. It just depends on hi. It depends on if I have to like travel this week. Cause I know my ass has to travel on Friday. I already know that. Could you move? Okay. There's probably going to be Pikmin also, because we need to get done with that. I think we might have 1 or 2 more streams of that. So just kind of more, the plan is more of the same this week. For members and Twitch subs, you will be getting an acapella this week. So please stay tuned for that as well. I'll probably have that go live on Friday. That's what I've been doing mostly. So that's the plan there. So yeah, maybe 2 streams and the acapella drop. Maybe 3 streams. Not just your ass. Respect yourself. You have to travel. What? What about my ass? Hello? Millie. She's speaking of asses, she's putting her butt in my face. Yeah, I'm gonna have the schedule tomorrow, just because I'm supposed to receive communication about whether or not I'm moving on to the you said your ass have travel. No, so I mean, okay. All right. Well, oh my God, Mili. Yeah, I'm gonna get communication about whether or not I have to do an interview this week. So, if I have to, go and do 2 in-person interviews this week, it'll just be 2 streams. If I'm only doing 1, then I'll do 3 streams. How about that? Anyway. Miwi. She's just really like stepping on cords and stuff and being really confusing for me. Love the cat, but I'm allergic. Well, she's not in your fucking room, is she? Sorry to hear about your allergies. Ned. Hi. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll get the schedule figured out sometime tomorrow. How does you telling me that you're allergic to cats help me? Alright. Yeah, I'd try to say like, oh, I'm gonna plan on X day to stream, but it really depends on whether or not I have to go anywhere. I'm also might try to stream a little earlier. I don't know. I don't know if we should keep the 6 p.m. time slot or not. I kind of feel like I should. It's just, it's so hard to tell with like moving and stuff. It's like, do I really want to switch things up a lot right now? It's like, I don't know. But that's okay. The week is over. And so that means we need to see who we can go and raid for today. While I think about a tentative plan for this week. Hi. She's so aggressive, God. Hi. Mewy. Please move your butt so I can copy and paste the username. How long have you been going? Perfect! Okay. I like that. Oh man, this person is like titling their stream as like, this is the finale. I'm like, no, it is not. You've got a lot to do still. There's absolutely no shot. Okay. I have selected our raid target. As always, be nice, be kind, be supportive. It looks like this is her first time playing the game that we're raiding into, so if you know anything, which you very well probably do if you're a longtime fan of me, don't spoil anything, okay? Midna, can you please move? Mewy. Scram. Okay. We are gonna go. All right. I'm gonna see you guys when I see you, okay? Until then, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. And eat something good for me, okay? Have a good dinner. And if it's good, if you have a really good dinner, tell me about it in the Discord, okay? All right. See you guys. Bye-bye. Oteresa.